So they say the best camera is the one you always have on you. With smartphones getting better and better every year, it's hard to argue with that theory. I know there is a million videos on YouTube about the iPhone 14 and how great it is, but this video is about the truth, and we are going to answer the number one question everyone is thinking. Do I need to upgrade my phone every single year? I recently upgraded my Android phone to the iPhone 13 Pro. Now, when I say recently, I mean December of 2021. So I've had my new iPhone for about 10 months. Now, I feel this is still relevant situation given the fact that Apple just released their new iPhone lineup, which includes the iPhone 14, the iPhone 14 Pro, and the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Now, a lot of people are gonna wanna go ahead and do the upgrade, and by all means, if you have the money to do so, do it. But for the majority of people, spending about $1,000 every single year is just simply not doable. On this video, I'm gonna tell you the truth about upgrading. Do you really need to upgrade? And if so, when should you upgrade? These are basic questions that I feel a lot of people are just not talking about. I'm going to break this down into 3 simple categories: cameras, videos, and prices. So let's go ahead and dig in. So depending on what kind of phone you have now, I feel that if your phone was made within the last 2 to 3 years, there's a pretty good chance your phone has a pretty decent set of cameras. I was using the Samsung Galaxy S10 Lite before I upgraded to my new iPhone. Now, the Samsung Galaxy S10 Lite was a great phone. It had great video and photo capabilities. It was able to shoot 4K up to 30 frames a second and slow motion up to 240 frames a second in 720p, of course. So I feel this is a great alternative and cheaper route than going ahead and upgrading to the new iPhone. Check out some of these photos that I took with my Galaxy, with my iPhone 13 Pro, and with my actual camera that I shoot all these videos with, and see how much of a difference it makes. You be the judge. Now, when it comes to video, whether you have an iPhone, a Samsung Galaxy, or even a Google Pixel phone, I feel any of these phones have great video capabilities. Now, I don't want to make this video super technical, but when it comes to video capabilities, I feel all of these phones have been making some minor adjustments and improvements to their camera systems. Now, what are some of those improvements? Better dynamic range, better image stabilization, and better image processing. These are just some of the many new features that all these new phones have. With that said, we all know that the iPhone 14 has the same chipset as the iPhone 13 Pro. So those camera systems are identical on both phones. Now, overall, I feel like you can still create high quality content so you can post your TikToks, your Instagram Reels, and photos to any of these platforms and be able to do it with any of these phones, no problem. I actually made a video only using my iPhone when I went to Vegas. If you want to check that video out, I will link it right here. It's a great video. I used nothing but my iPhone 13 Pro, and I was able to make a whole video out of it. Now, when it comes to pricing, this is where the gap starts getting noticeably bigger. As far as the rest of the lineup, this is kind of where they stand. iPhone 12, 128 gigs, $649. iPhone 13, 128 gigs, $699. iPhone 14, 128 gigs, $799. Samsung Galaxy S10 Lite, $299. Google Pixel 6a, 128 gigs, $349. And the Samsung Galaxy S21 FE, 128 gigs, $599. Now, a lot of the content on this channel kind of revolves around making movies on a budget. And that's why I feel it's super important to know what you're getting yourself into and to know exactly when you should and should not upgrade. Now, if you are a more advanced user, these specs may seem outdated. But the truth is, if you've been keeping up with smartphone trends, then you know smartphone innovation has plateaued. And that's why companies like Apple and Samsung have to get creative in ways they can sell you new phones every year. Now, how do they do that? By making minor adjustments. New features like the always-on display or the new lock screen. These are things that Android phones have had for years. And now, they're just coming to the new iPhones. They basically just want to make you feel like they're adding something new for you to buy. Now, overall, my thoughts on this is simple. If you have a phone that's 2 or 3 years old, you do not, I repeat, you do not need to upgrade your phone. If you have a phone that's pretty old, maybe 3 to 5 years old, you should consider upgrading. You don't necessarily have to upgrade to the newest, but consider upgrading to something that you can afford. If you can afford the $1,000 to buy the new iPhone 14 Pro, then by all means do so. There is a whole bunch of phones in this mid-range category that range from $500 to $700, and those phones are amazing. So, if you didn't get anything from this video, I want you to take this away. If you have one of the newer iPhones, iPhone 11, 12, or even 13, you do not need to upgrade to the newer ones. So that's pretty much it, guys, for this week's video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps out a lot. Subscribe. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit and smash the notification bell so you guys can get notified for future videos. And until next time, you guys be safe out there. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Clear out the room, I'm coming through. They wanna see what I'm about. Yeah, I got skills, do it for the thrill. I'm on a paper route. Extra, read about.
What's up, guys, and welcome once again to another video. My name is ZoeRikardo, and we have an excellent video this week. Now, I know the new iPhones just got released, but let me tell you something. Do you really need to upgrade? Do you really need to upgrade to the new iPhone? Stick to the end of the video and I will give you my personal thoughts. iPhone 14 out.
Getty still with us, I put it in motion, they got me steady. Thoughts on my mind, it's weighing heavy. Watch how I shine, tell them I'm ready. I'm hitting my stride, let's get to the Fetty. I was just sitting back watching them fold.